everyone. I know it's been a little while since I posted a video, but I've been very busy with my kind of regular job. I'm an aromatherapist, so that's the job that pays for all these nice goodies. So that's the job I really need to do. But I wanted to show you what I've been up to until now, creatively. And I have shown in a video this altered book, but I've also been playing in this big journal. And I have here some fabrics, and I wanted to show you, and maybe you can help me with selecting which one, because I've been like days trying different fabrics. All right. Let me tell you about it, because I have here a big media journal from Dina Wakley, and I've been, last year 2024 was a whole year of mainly Tim Holtz, and I love it, and I will keep doing that, of course, but I want to explore other areas, and so experimenting with different kinds of mediums and paints and everything, and also getting more of a feel of kind of style I have. It's just a journey, you know. So I have been working on a bigger canvas because the Tim Holtz is mainly a bit smaller in journals and everything. So I thought it would be a nice challenge to go a bit bigger, work on bigger canvases, and it's a totally different style, less grungy, more bright colors, so it's very challenging for me to get out of this lovely world into a big and bright world. But I must say I love it, and I am now at a point that I'm starting to combining the different things I have. So it's not only in this book it's only Dina Wakley, and in this book it's only Tim Holtz. No, I'm now starting to fuse everything. So I wanted to give you a glimpse of the pages I've already made, but I was at a point that I thought I want to do something with this cover, because this is like nothing. And you could paint it, of course, but I like fabrics. I have a small collection of, I must say, Tim Holtz fabrics because I like them, and I wanted to select one for the cover, but I've been very challenging to select. But I have four. I came down to 3 fabrics, very different in color, but I'm leaning towards one. So I have this one with the gorgeous moths. This is more a yellow grungy. So then it will be like this. Well, of course it's beautiful because the fabrics are really gorgeous. So this is the butterfly, the moth. And then this one I accidentally ordered a big piece, so I can do more books if I want to. And this is a Halloween fabric, but I don't know, it's really lovely. It has that kind of a 60s vibe, the orange. So then it will be like, well, this one you kind of have to do a little bit straight, because then then it looks something like this. And of course you can still embellish it with nice book plates, or not bad, right? So this is my number 2. The moths are the number 3. So this is kind of the number 2. But then I also have this one. And this is my favorite color. Kind of the teal. It's kind of a green, bluish. And then, let's see, because these are kind of flowers that go like this. So the fabric has to go like this. Also I have a big piece of this, but that I did on purpose because I love the color. And then it will look like this. And I do love that, and I'm going to embellish this. I've invested every month a little bit in some fabrics. I don't buy everything, but I do buy the palettes in the fabric, and I also have the teal one, so I can embellish with the collage strip in fabric. So I could use this one on here, and the teal one, I don't have that here, but I can do that on this fabric. So I would love to know which one should I choose. So let's see, this is my number one, so let's say 1, 2 or 3. So maybe you can help me out, and I will make a next video, and I will do on camera making the cover with the fabric, so you can watch me doing it and embellishing the cover. Okay, so this was the cover bit, so let's go into the books. From this book, the altered book, I've only shown you the cover, making of the cover also with fabric, but what am I doing in here? I've glued the pages together and did a few coatings of gesso on it. You can hear it crackling. It's really nice in the nice sound. But what I've been doing when I'm working in this journal, and I'm doing a lot of stenciling, I'm also stenciling the negatives in this book. So this is kind of, I don't know how you call it. Well, I have this on the side, and if I have something with extra paint, or I have some extra paint on the mat, I will put it in here. Because this is mainly backgrounds. And if I filled it with backgrounds, I'm going to see if I want to put focal points on it. But this is just learning and also seeing backgrounds. Because when you finish a piece, then the background is all like covered with other things, and then you don't have a glimpse at background. So I thought it would be nice to have a journal with backgrounds. So let me show you this one first. And this is more Tim Holtz, so you can see it's all unfinished. But also could be that I will put another layer in this. If I have some extra paint, I will flip through this book and see where can I add it, or do I need a new page. So these ones are kind of finished. I did some scraps, also using scraps with tissue in here. So you can put a, let's say a photomatic photo on here, and then you could be finished. And the quote. These are stencils from this journal that I've put in here with the remaining paint. And it could be anything. It's paint, it's distress, oxides, it's everything. And this is kind of finished, I think. It is background, but doesn't need that much. And I think I'm going to leave it because I really enjoy looking at this, even though it's not finished. I love to see, I was trying to see in the oxides which kind of colors. There's always more colors coming from an oxide. If you can see here, grays and blues, and I love to see that. And you can see all that in here. So I really like this. Then here Yes, here I did something on the foreground because I had a leftover tissue paper because I stamped on tissue paper. I do that a lot in journals. It's a really nice thing to use because stamping directly in a journal is very risky. You don't know if you get a clear print. So I stamped on tissue, and these two flowers I had left over, and also these quotes. And these are the gorgeous stamp set from Alison. Really love that. That's another artist. It's like 3 artists I work with. It's Tim Holtz, Dina Wakley, and Alison. These 3 I work with. And I just did this on the background. I glued it over the background. And it's just, I think it's kind of finished. I'm going to leave it like that. And I think it's really nice to have a page next to it like this. And that's also a challenging factor with journals. It's like you have 2 pages. Are you going to do a spread? Or are you going to do a single page? But then you get the challenge that will it match together? It's really nice doing journals. And here again, I glued on this tissue paper from Tim Holtz first, and then I had some leftover paint and I stenciled over it, and then it became this. Here another oxide background. This is really, it's all kind of things. Tissue paper and a lot of stenciling. You can see here. And when I did buy some stencils from Dina Wakley, and also trying out the stencils, I did that here. I bought that stencil with the circles, and I thought, how will that look? So I tried it in this journal first. Also seeing if some colors will match together. And here I also did some metallic, I don't know if it was a spritz, I think. The hickory smoke spritz I did here. Let's see if the light will, yes, here, you can see it. So that's, because I have some spritzes, but I'm not really using them a lot. So I don't know how really to incorporate a spritz. So I was trying to experiment with that. And this is also a stencil that I bought, and I thought, oh, let's see how that stencil will look like. So that's it. I think that's the last one. So I will continue with this and then adding over, and let's see what that will. It's just a journey of discovering, of playing. So this journal is a bit more serious, but it's also playing. The first page is, I did not do the first page first. So I did the page next to it I did first, and then I did the first page. But this is a page that I glued on, because I made this first on a book page, and then I glued it on this journal page. And then just put paints around it and tissue paper, and it's, well, it's a real playful. I did a lot. I cannot even all name it. But it's a lot of Dina Wakley stamps, and I don't know what kind of paints I've used. Could be a various things, also oxides. Well, it's a really party of paints. So this was kind of my first page. I was really looking into, this is all the Dina Wakley stencils and tissue paper, and I was really looking into how can I use it, how can I transfer from the Tim Holtz vibe into the bright Dina Wakley world. And well, boldly try some red on the side, and put a little bit of red in the but you can see it's still a little bit dark. So transitioning. bought a collage book. Never did that before because I think I can draw those things. Why do I need to cut it up? But you know, it's collaging, so put that aside, the resistance, put it aside and just do it. So I thought, oh, let's do it. So I cut out these houses and these birds. First did the stenciling background and then glued the houses on top. So this journal is all about different substrates. So you have here the kind of watercolor paper. I am gessoing everything before. Then you have this burlap, and there is also canvas and craft paper. So you have 4 kinds of substrates that will alternate. So here I tried to watch, of course, the Dina Wakley videos where she uses the tiny attacher, I think it's called. Is that a tiny attacher? Yes, the staples. So she staples a lot, so I thought, well, let's staple then. And so I did some stapling on this page, and I think maybe I could come back to this page and do something here. It feels like it's not really finished, but that's the nice thing with journals. You can just walk through it again and then add stuff or pull something out. So here we're getting really bright. So I left this page nearly empty because this is so bright. I really don't know what to add here and then not get a really screaming spread. So this is a real carnival of yes, I bought some of those gloss paints, and at first I really didn't know what to do with it. I was just putting it on and it went everywhere, and so that was really a challenge to do that. So then I started to get more more comfortable with this style. So it is stencils, it is tissue paper, it is collage, it's acrylic paints, it is gloss paints. So that's a lot. Mixing it all, it's mixed media for sure. So this is these are the cutouts. Stuff is from the Collage Soup book. I think it's called Be Brave. So another 2 from that collage book. And then you see some Tim Holtz elements in there. I was really, those backgrounds really, well, I was not satisfied. It all clogged up, and I thought I needed a really strong centerpiece. So I made a real bold collage, and now the background works. Same with this one. It was just too much and I could not repair it. I tried to add white, as you can see here, but it just was not working, and I thought I need a really bright big centerpiece, and then you can see you can just fix anything. This is a really strange page for me because I was challenging myself to let a really big piece on white. So a lot of white, literally white space. So I was challenging myself not to paint everything after this happened with this background. I thought, let's keep a lot of it white. But I did do some etching here with the oxide, and that will, it stains a bit on this white, but it's okay. So these are a lot of the transparencies from Dina Wakley, and I painted it, the transparency. And also here are all little things, transparencies I painted and cut apart. This is also really a party of all kinds of stuff. Then we get into the This is the watercolor paper. This is canvas. So it's kind of a bit stiffer because of all the paints. And here I did this really nice stencil from Dina Wakley. And I tried to use some washi tape and cut out elements. And here on this canvas I did stenciling, a lot of stenciling. Also this nature element is a stencil from Alison, this berry branches. Did some collage paper from Dina Wakley, ripped it in pieces, strokes, and then glued it as a border. And I used some white, I stamped in white on a transparency and cut it out. And just to see if this will be something nice. So here I incorporated both the 3 designers I work with on one page. And I kind of like the color combination. So this is greens and blues, and also a lot of combining different materials and styles. So this is still the canvas, of course, and you can just paint on it, and also the text collage paper will work very great on canvas. I stamped, so this is a stamp from Dilutions. I saw this, I thought that this will give opportunities for journaling, so I bought this stamp and I stamped it on tissue paper. This also, and this, so it's all, everything is stamped on tissue paper and glued it on. And here is the watercolor paper, and I also used a lot of gloss and acrylic paint in the background. Also, this is really stamped on tissue paper. These are stamps from Holts. And then this is my last page I did. It's a new release from Dina Wakley with the crows, and I really, what I love, I don't buy everything from her, but I love she has a style. Sometimes it looks very drawn and graphical. I love those things, and she has a lot of that. So, and I already stamped it on tissue paper and then glued it on the page. The background is the new glosses, 2 of the new glosses I think, and 1 what was already there. And I did some fabric. So this is the Holtz Fabric, the collage strips, and I thought, let's see if that works. And here is the stamps fabric, and I think until now that this is my favorite page. And here we come across a canvas again, and I already did cut out a circle. I used this as a template, and maybe I'm going to do this. This is one of Dina's latest stencils, and I think I'm going to do something with this on here. So I did not encounter the craft that will come here. Then we will go onto the craft. That will be a new discovery for me, working with paints on the craft. So have still some pages to go. So this is the inside of my journal. I hope you like it. It's a little bit difficult for me to do process videos because I have just this journal is just laying there, and every time I have like 15 minutes, or then I will do something and then go. So that is very difficult for me to do process videos, but I'm going to try if I can. I will promise. And of course I want to do process video with the cover. So let me know which fabric you like the most. So help me decide which one to choose. And I hope to see you again in the next video. And if you would like to support me, I will come back. I promise I'm not forgetting this channel. And please subscribe to encourage me, and like the video. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.